short while ago, the IDF identified Hezbollah terrorist organization preparing to fire missiles, rockets towards Israeli territory. In a self-defense act to remove these threats, the IDF is striking terror targets in Lebanon from which Hezbollah was planning to launch their attacks on Israeli civilians. From right next to the homes of Lebanese civilians in the south of Lebanon, we can see that Hezbollah is preparing to launch an extensive attack on Israel, while endangering the Lebanese civilians. We warn the civilians located in the areas where Hezbollah is operating to move out of harm's way immediately for their own safety. Hezbollah's ongoing aggression risks dragging the people of Lebanon, the people of Israel, and the whole region into a wider escalation. Israel will not tolerate Hezbollah's attacks on our civilians. We are operating in self-defense from Hezbollah and any other enemy that joins in their attacks against us. And we are ready to do everything we need to defend the people of Israel.
This is Jeremiah 49:20. Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord that he has taken against Edom, and his purpose that he has purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. First, I want to give all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to you fellow brothers pushing this word in truth and sincerity. This is your brother Chanak coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash. And I checked this out a little earlier, and I saw this is from Jason A. And pretty much I was watching this, and there's been news. If you're paying attention, that region over there is a hotbed, and you still got Hamas, Lebanon to the north, which is the Hezbollah, which they say that's an Iran proxy. They're basically saying Iran is doing this. So what the state of Israel did, they launched a preemptive strike. They said we don't have to play it again. You can go to this channel. I'll try to put the link in the description. But they did a preemptive strike, and this is all breaking news. They did a preemptive strike into Lebanon, and now the small hats are saying they're waiting for Hezbollah or Iran to attack them. So that tension is still brewing. And right when I saw this, I was like, yeah, it's getting hot. Okay. The Most High is accelerating the prophecies. Okay. It's literally is getting ready to go down. Okay. You have this election year as well. Okay. So I just read in Jeremiah. Let's read it again. The least of the flock. These are the least of the flock. And their excuse was Lebanon was planning to attack them. So this is in self-defense, even though it's preemptive. Right? What did they say? The best defense is offense. They say that. I think that's in football. But you know how these people, how they get down. Well, it's prophecy that they will be the cause of drawing everybody into that region for World War III. Okay, because you got multiple nations at play. Okay. Jeremiah 49:20. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord. Right here, the counsel of the Lord. This is how it's going to go down, and it's actually going down. Okay, that he has taken against Edom. See, the Edomites, because those individuals over there in that land, those are Edomites. Okay, They're the wicked, and this is why those nations are coming up against him in that region. If he was, God's chosen, right? The Most High put him back in that land, because that's the narrative. But they actually don't believe that. They don't actually believe what the scriptures say, but they use that to their advantage. Okay, the Most High put him in that land, and he was with them. Why would he allow these nations to come against you? And all those nations round about, those Arab nations, those Elamite nations, they all hate the small hat. And his purpose is that he has purpose against the inhabitants of Teman, which is Esau. Okay, really going into America. Okay, Teman, the wise men. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Which those are the Germans, the Teman. Okay, surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. Right, because is Germany going to be destroyed? No. America is spiritual Teman. Look at this word, Teman. America is also spiritual Teman, where you have the Chaldeans, the wise men. Okay, because it says it's going to make their desolation. Am I click on the right one? Oh, no, that's the other one. Their habitation desolate with them. Because who's going to come to the rescue of the small hats? America. That word just means south. Son of Eliphaz, son of Esau. See? Son of Esau, and one of the dukes of Edom. The region occupied by the descendants of one located east of Idumea. Okay, so there was an actual region in Edom. Okay, and that's speaking spiritually America. Okay. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. So that's the small hats. Surely, you can go to Obadiah, read that. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. Because where are those missiles going to get shot at? Okay, is it going to the Fiji Islands? Nah, where is it getting hot at? In that region. Okay, the Valley of Jehoshaphat. Okay, that so-called Middle East. All those Arab nations are rising up against, all right, the state of Israel and America. Because who's sending weapons? Who's funding the state of Israel? Okay. Let me just bring this out. This is a short, quick lesson. It's more so like breaking news. Another major escalation. Okay, and as I was saying earlier, this is what I was meditating on, how the Most High is accelerating prophecies. Big, as a man, but just talking through the spirit, big shit is going down. Okay. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of, this year, before the year's end. For sure, going into 2000, it's going to be a rocky ride going into 2025 through the spirit. We'll see, but eventually it's going to come. Let's read this. For the vision, Habakkuk 2 and 3, for the vision is yet for appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. So the vision is speaking. There's no slowdown. There's no slowdown in the things that are happening in that region. There's no slowdown. There's been just major escalations, one after another. And this is how actually wars break out. There's a bunch of small skirmishes, okay, that turn hotter, like a brush fire, right? You got the spark. Okay, you got the spark, and it starts off small. And then it starts catching a blaze, everything around it. Then it's out of control. And that's pretty much World War III. It's going to start with, if you trace it back, this is where it started. But it really goes back here, and then this event happened, that event happened, this event happened. This major escalation. Peace talks, but then they failed. More bombings, more assassinations. Okay, more tampering with infrastructure, cyber attacks. Economic attacks, economic wars. right? The scriptures say wars and rumors of wars. This is what's going on. But see, what's the significance of this is that this all fulfills biblical prophecy. This is the start to, and we've been going through it, the state of Israel basically provoking, all right, these nations to come against us, preferably Iran, so they can come against Iran. But who's gonna come to the rescue? Let me get that. Let me get that. Who's gonna come to the rescue? Okay, let's read that. That's Ezekiel. Right. This is Ezekiel 38. Let me start at 2. It says, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, right? The chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against this. Gog is speaking about Russia. That because that ancient land, Gog, you had Japhites that were there. They're not there no more. They got pushed out of that land. Who is in that modern area? Who's in right now as a nation? All right, those Russians, the so-called Russians. Okay, and said, thus said the Lord power, behold, I am against thee. Right, because they're Edomites. The Most High is still against the Russian. The Most High is raising up them Russians, and they some warrior. They're like a warrior like people. That's for sure. Okay, to come against their own brother. Okay, and those Edomites in that land, they're gonna go into captivity. Okay, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth. See, so because Russia is trying to hold, they're using a lot of restraint. Okay, they're using a lot of restraint. But the Lord is going to pull them into this thing. It says, and all thy army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor. Is it actually talking about horsemen and men? No, and horses not. It's talking about in particular, the ballistic missile capabilities. Because this is how new war is fought. It's not fought by boots on the ground, which you are going to have certain boots on the ground, but you're going to have a normalization of what they call low grade, low yield, low grade nuclear or tactical nuclear weapons. Okay. That's how people are going to fight things until they just start shooting the big boys. Even a great company with bucklers and shields and all them handling swords. Persia. Okay, Iran, that's Iran. Persia. And that Persia, they changed that name. Right. In the 1935s. That's when that name, they call themselves Iranian. Okay, but they'll tell you that they're Persian. Some of them refer to themselves non-Persian. Ethiopia, so you got them Cushites. They gonna be with Gog from Magog, from Gog from God, my God. And Libya, another African nation, and all them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee. All right. Well, you have the economic side of things, the BRICS, okay, which is an adversary to the Western system. Okay. Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them, because those are smaller nations. Okay. Ethiopia couldn't come against America. But Ethiopia, with the backing of Russia, Persia, Libya, okay, all these different nations, this coalition against Babylon the Great. This is what everything is leading into. Let's go back a little bit, because now they're basically putting the blame on Lebanon for acting foolishly to try to come against them. This is why they had to strike them, because this can lead to a greater regional war. Which means what? More regions are going to be involved. Is that not the start of World War III? Okay, the scriptures say that our salvation is near. That when we believe, this thing it escalated, even though it's kind of died down, because the U.S. media can over dramatize things, so they can make it juicy, but it's all about distractions. Let's go back.
The Lebanese civilians. We warned the civilians located in the areas where Hezbollah is operating to move out of harm's way immediately for their own safety. Hezbollah's ongoing aggression risks dragging the people.
See, Hezbollah's ongoing aggression. So the state of Israel, in their eyes, they're doing nothing wrong. They're just defending themselves. The Lebanese are they're the aggressors, right? They're the aggressors. They're the state of Israel, right? They're saying that we trying to hold back. We want peace.
Civilians located in the areas where Hezbollah is operating to move out of harm's way immediately for their own safety. Hezbollah's ongoing aggression risks dragging the people of Lebanon, the people of Israel, and the whole region into a wider escalation.
See, a wider escalation. How? So this thing is already pre-planned. They want this larger escalation. This is all part of the so-called Great to the Reset. Okay, the so-called Norvos to the Ordum to the Seclurum. This is all part of this, and it will, and more importantly, this is all part of the prophecy. This is just how it's playing out. The wicked elite thinking that they're orchestrating things on, in their hand, in their power, but the Most High is orchestrating. This is prophecy playing out, and we're this much closer. Again, going into 2025, man, shit. We don't even know the election that it can be. Of course, it's going to be rigged, but it can swing so many different ways. They can another assassination attempt. They can the war can escalate. Okay, and people start getting drafted. They can basically suspend elections just like they did in Ukraine. Okay, it was this year that you had Zelensky, right, the president of Ukraine. He was going to get voted out. But what did they do? I believe it was this year, 2024. He was supposed to be out of there. Earlier 2024, there was supposed to be elections. But they suspended the election. He declared martial law. So could that happen in America? What about the Civil War? Is that off the table? Did everybody that's upset, these red-blooded Americans, these nationalists, these Trumpites, are they settled down? Have they forgot, what the so-called left is doing? So things are ramping up. This is another major escalation. Okay, and the Most High is accelerating the prophecy. Did I finish, Habakkuk? Let's just read that again. Habakkuk 2:3, for the vision is yet for appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry. Wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Okay, so things have not slowed down. All right, a major escalation. The state of Israel, okay, went on the so-called offensive. It can die. This can die down. But the point is, it keeps accelerating. Okay, and it only takes one event. All right, shalom to the elect.